Hey, hi, hello. Happy Sunday. How are you doing? Welcome to my live. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I hope you consider subscribing. And if you're back, hi, welcome. If you're watching this on a replay, don't forget to do the hashtag replay and let me know how you're doing. And yeah, how was your week? How was your weekend? Did my live just restart itself? Welcome to my channel. I don't know what just happened, but welcome. Um, Lee, hey, hello, and thank you for taking out the trash and putting up all the snacks. I really do appreciate it. How are you doing today, Lee? I hope you have a beautiful day. We've had sunshine and nice weather, and yeah. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? Oh, you are lively? Well, that's a positive thing. I mean, yeah, alive is a good thing. Yeah, I mean, imagine if you were sitting here none alive. That would be a little scary. You're okay, Michelle? Glad to hear it. How about Sebastian? Somebody's noisy. Can you hear that? It's like somebody is drilling. Huh. Anywho, yeah. He's okay too. Well, that's good, Michelle. That's good. And I can actually see something. I was putting on my glasses a little while ago and I was like, hang on, what happened here? And now I can see again. Yay. So, what have you been up to this weekend? Or this week in general? I have. What have I been doing? I was visiting my friends from back when I studied to help the elderly, which is we began in 2002. So we've known each other for more than 22 years. Oh, Michelle, that's right. Happy birthday a little late. I hope you had a nice day. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I knew that. I hoped somebody spoiled you. I really do. Oh, Dora is done. I am doing a teeny tiny little diamond painting. Oh, there you go. Sealy Pebbles is up there. You can see her in this one. Ooh, you got free pizza. Mmm, not bad. Pizza is a good thing. But yeah, I kitted up Zodiac the other day in my ribbon chat, and then I decided to do this one first. Yep. But she was covered last night. I kitted up Zodiac, but I started this one first, or decided to finish this one first because I am kind of afraid that I'll finish Zodiac before June when Summer with the Master is beginning because there's so much color blocking. Look at this. Hang on. Hang on. Look at all that color blocking. I mean, who knows? It might end up being done. I mean, there is a lot of um, color blocking. There is also some confetti, but I mean, that is a lot of color blocking. All the edges is color blocking. All of this, it's kind of crazy. So I was like, yeah, you know what? But even this little one is color blocking. But let's see. Maybe I'll just see. And if I finish before Summer with the Masters, then I just start something else maybe. I'm not sure. It's a little, I don't know. I don't know what to do because I can't finish. I don't have one that is small enough for me to do. Plus, we have May in a minute. This one will take me more than a month. Yeah, yeah, it'll take me more than a month. Sometimes it's hard to figure out. But this little one is rather cute. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. Even though I haven't been diamond painting a whole lot, so I began this on the 25th, very late. And most other people would have finished it by now, but I've been knitting and I've been listening to audiobooks and I've been busy participating in other people's lives and chit chatting and I don't know what. So when I'm writing a lot, I can't diamond paint. Well, I might, but I'm not. Yeah. I wonder where everybody is today. I mean, I have you, Michelle, and Lee, and one more. There is somebody else in here, a worker and lurker, which is fine. But I wonder where everybody else is. Is it a beautiful day all over US? So that everybody is out having, well, some have brunch, other have lunch. I don't know. Oh, Rebecca is still alive? I thought that she was about to stop. Well, listen. Hi, Francesca. Yay. Hi, it's been a while. How are you doing, sweetie? I haven't seen you in a while. They're all in Rebecca's. You had a series of tornadoes? No, Oklahoma, right. Yeah. I saw that. I saw that. That's horrible. I saw some of the pictures and some videos. That is just terrible. Yeah. Isn't it early for tornado season? Or am I remembering wrong? I was kind of like, isn't tornado season a little later? But I don't know. I mean, I'm over here, so I might not remember. Francesca is doing good. Hubby and I have really been trying to do more walking activities together on Sundays, hence my absence. Oh, that's good. Happy time is a good thing. I'm not that important. I just notice when I haven't seen people a while. But that's good being outside. I'm walking too. I just keep forgetting to put on my. I have the activity thingy, um, and I keep forgetting to turn it on. And I'm like, oh well. I have this app called Strava thingy that you can. It'll if you do activities, it'll put it in there. If you remember to turn on your clock, of course, your watch, of course, then it'll put it in there. I don't know. So I need to get better at it. I haven't been wearing my watch for the longest time because I apparently have some sort of allergy to the plastic on it. So if I'm wearing it too long, I kind of get a rash and my skin disappear. Ah, Francesca, you are important and you are missed. I just have found that I have become too sedentary and need to do something about it. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, yeah, we do need to do something about it. And now the weather is becoming nice outside, so yeah, it is important. And see, my thing is, I'm doing this in the evening, so for me, it's easy to be outside and active during the day. I know for you guys, this is early, and that makes it a little harder. My chair is weird. Hang on, wrong way. There you go. But yeah, so I was visiting a friend this Thursday that I've known for 22 years, and I mean, we saw each other about a month ago, but before that, we haven't seen each other since she turned 40. Yeah, and she just turned 44 due to COVID and the year of hell we had last year. So we haven't seen each other. We've chatted, of course, but then now we're like, okay, we're making a new date to see each other every time. So about once a month. We live 30 minutes from each other by highway most of the way, so it's not that bad. Only traffic can be bad sometimes. I don't know. People can't drive apparently, but it's okay. I mean, as long as I take care of myself, right? It was wonderful. I just saw the weather forecast, well, the tentative weather forecast for May, and they actually say that we're going to have sunshine. I don't know if I believe them. I mean, we've had, it feels like 6 months of rain by now, maybe even more. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I need some sunshine. I need some dry weather. I mean, if you look at people's gardens and lawns, some of them have died because of so much rain. I'm like, we need some dry weather. But at least our blueberries is doing well. I mean, I can't remember the last time that they've looked so healthy. They do need some TLC. We need to find some fertilizer. I think we have some fertilizer. Hang on. I need to see what my board member is writing me. Uh, oh yeah, right. Sorry. um, we need to keep looking into it when we're texting each other because of all the arrangements we have in the owners association. We have just had our garage sale, market day, whatever, that kind of wasn't a big success. When people got around and we talked to each other, but nobody really bought anything. And then June 1st, we're having a garden day because we have some areas that is for everybody and they need to be tended to. So we hope that people will um, be there, to help. Otherwise, we have a midsummer and summer solstice. We celebrate with a big bonfire, and the place that we need to have the bonfire is in desperate need of some grooming. Otherwise, we can't have the bonfire. So hopefully, people will show up because I know people will be kind of sad if we can't celebrate that day. Last year, we had to cancel because it was so hot. We haven't had any rain for, I think, 3 weeks or so by that time. So everything was so dry that unless you had your fire in the middle of some water, you weren't allowed to celebrate summer solstice. So we had to cancel it. Well, like 99% of all bonfires last year had to be canceled all over the country because everything was dry. I mean, every lawn was yellow and not green, and you had to water, I don't know, twice a day outside, otherwise it will die. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have to be that warm. Sorry, don't forget to hydrate. But yeah. Oh, you didn't see, Francesca. I'm doing this teeny tiny little one that I got from Berta Berta because I was afraid if I started my zodiac the other day, I'd finish it too soon because of all the color blocking and then happily forget that this is pure color blocking. So I am getting to practice my multiplacing, which is kind of fun. Kind of. I don't know. I'm never going to be a fan of color blocking. I don't know. I prefer confetti, really. Um, Stop writing. I can't see. That Berta is sweet. She is. She is. This one I got. Was that together with. No, no. This one was the first gift she gave me. Um, then this one she gave me with the wedding one from Spangler, the mystery number 20, the teeny tiny Muni Maid, and Secret Garden from J-Wall. I got 5 diamond paintings in one package from her, and then this one. So I've gotten 6 diamond paintings from her. It's like I told her one day that she basically doubled my my diamond painting stash. Uh, oh, you have started your first crochet project. What are you doing? What are you making? And do you have somebody helping you or are you using YouTube? Ooh, I haven't crocheted for the longest time. Well, I had a friend trying to teach me once and then I haven't tried since. I'm just doing the knitting thingy. But yeah, I need to knit some more. that's that's the thing. I need to use some of all of that over there, you know. I do have a whole lot of it. And I do have a lot of plans. I mean, I want to do a whole lot. It's a knee length cardigan. I'm using mostly YouTube, and Mindy is helping me a lot. Yay! Oh, I can't wait to see that. You need to send me pictures. I mean, I wanted. Hang on, I'm getting dizzy if I'm not looking at the screen. Um, I wanted a cardigan, but I needed it pretty fast, so I just bought it. I want to make another one because this is acrylic, and I want it in wool or something. But it's even though it's acrylic, I love it. I mean, sometimes at night it is a little chilly. Right, you're going to the retreat and you're going to have a lot of help. That is so cool. So you might be done when you're home from the retreat. I need to see some pictures. And what colors? What color have you chosen? Purple, isn't it? Yeah, you prefer dark purple if I remember correctly. So will it be purple so that it matches your shop? It's an Etsy one. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wow. That's, yeah. Oh, and there's so many different stitches you have to do. Wow. I love that it says free girl sweater, and then you have to pay for it. That's kind of okay. How can it be free and then you still have to pay. You're doing it in a hand-dyed cotton gray. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. I can't wait to see that one done. That will be great for these spring and fall evenings where it's cold but not really cold. And yeah, they said it was easy plus. Hmm. Well, if you can, it is. I mean, it isn't just one stitch, it looks like there's several different ones. But then sometimes I remember when I began knitting, I did, different stitches that I didn't know was supposed to be hard for other people. That because I didn't know that, I didn't find it hard. So sometimes you just have to do it because then you'll learn and you don't find it hard. Um, let's see. Oh, you're good at it. It looks great, Francesca. You're better than I've ever been. It looks good. Hmm. People are writing me all the time. It's so funny. Have I? I don't think I have ever knitted anything gray. No, no. I have knitted black. Oh, that's not true. I'm lying. I have knitted gray and black hats. Not for myself, but for other people. Yeah, but I haven't knitted any clothes or anything in gray. I would have to mix it with something else. I mean, you can make beautiful things if you mix, but that's because I prefer colors. I'm yeah, gray can be beautiful, and there are so many different hues of gray. I'm just way too colorful, I think, and I hate to knit in black. It's a really, really pale gray, but I wanted something I could wear with anything. Right? Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Done. Hey, so Rebecca ended her life. How are you doing, sweetie? Rebecca is finished with her life. People are showing up. Yeah. Tammy, hi. How are you doing, sweetie? Yeah. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm just the kind of person, Francesca, that'll say, okay, I'm doing this, and then it fits everything. I would, I don't know. Also, maybe because mostly I am wearing blue jeans. So it will fit. I mean, most color will fit. And then I try to find a top that'll match. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I will use this reddish over there. Uh, it's okay, John. You didn't lose track of time. It's okay. Um, no matter what color I'm wearing. I mean, if I need to stay warm, I need to stay warm. I don't look at the colors. But then again, I'm not very color coordinated. I'm of fashion. Um, I don't know, chic. I don't know. I just put on something. I mean, I don't know. I have never been one of those that everything has to match. It shouldn't clash too much, like pink and and green. No, pink and green can look good. Um, what are colors that would clash? Yellow and pink. See, most colors will look good together no matter what, but I don't know. That's okay, Don. What colors will clash in your mind? I would love to know that. I'm pretty sure that Lee isn't the person to think in what colors match or don't match. I don't know. Do I have any colors over here that'll clash? I don't know. Do I have any that I wouldn't put together? And we need to take off the glasses. Everything is blurry. I don't know. Ta-da! Because he said I didn't put him in last time, please up to Lee. The one, the only Berta. You changed it again, Berta. I love it. But the link doesn't work. Smart ass. Were you looking, Berta, while I was telling them about the gift you gave me? The link doesn't work, Berta. I'm just having a bunch of letters and numbers over here. What happened to one pen, one tray, and one diamond painting? I love that one. Did you know that Berta only has one diamond painting pen? It's a chameleon. It changes colors and shapes whenever, for whatever she needs. And she also just have one tray, which is a chameleon as well, and one diamond painting. So which means whenever she's finished it, it'll remove all the drills, the glue will work again, and it's a new picture. Here's the Instagram for Lee. Sure, she does, Francesca. Just one. Everything is one. Do I follow you on Instagram? I do. Lee, why haven't you put anything up on Instagram? Yeah, Berta has one of everything. Except dogs. She has 4 dogs. You need to put that one too, Berta. One pen, one tray, one diamond painting, 4 dogs. Thank you, Berta, for all the Lee links. Lee, I saw the video. I haven't seen it yet, the video, but I saw that it's up. I don't know. It's this isn't shaming at all, not at all. But I don't. It seems a little excessive to me. I mean, I'm sure that people love whatever they have, and it isn't shaming at all. I just can't process that many pens. It will stress me to no end. Hold on. Okay, Berta. It's weird that the link won't work for the Facebook. No, for the YouTube. It is a collection. I know that. It's just a collection that I don't necessarily understand. I mean, I even exceeded my own um, plans for diamond painting pens because you can only. I mean, back then I was like, you only use one at a time, which I don't. I use about 3 now, but I'm like, so how many pens do one person need? I know that I might have to sell some of my pens. This will work. This is working better. I might have to sell some of my pens because they're too thick. And then I might get a few new ones, but I do have pens that I never use. For instance, the one that I used yesterday in the live from well, this one is okay really, but I do prefer them thinner. I need my grips to be thin. I couldn't really use this one yesterday for the picture in the Discord because it has the bump that I'm using. Yay! It worked. And Berta put up more text than she has in I don't know how long. Berta, did you get the latest mysteries? Who was it that asked? Oh yeah, that was Angie yesterday that asked if I had started any mysteries, which I haven't. I haven't. I will eventually. I mean, now I'm finishing up this little one. Then I will do the zodiac. And depending on how long, yes, Francesca's and who else? Do we have anybody else in here with a channel? Not yet. I can't remember. Michelle, do you have a channel? I can't remember. Um, yeah, depending on how long the zodiac takes, I might begin another one. I don't know because I'm gonna do the Virgo one in September for my birthday. Hmm. Oh, you don't load videos, Michelle? How come? You should. People love diamond painting content. Yes. Join the Facebook group if you have purchased from Francesca. Is it $50, Francesca, that you have to have used? I can't remember. I'm an honorary member of it. But yeah. You're too scared? No, Michelle, you don't have to do videos where people can see you. You can do ribbon chats or unboxings or do ASMR videos or time lapse videos. It's great. People love these ASMR videos. I'm considering doing some, some shorts, just because apparently they're highly popular. Where you pour up the drills and you click the glue, and isn't it crazy what people want to look at and listen to? ASMR. Thank you, Berta, for all the links. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good at all these shorts. I never know what what to put up. I'm like, yes, she's on a roll. That's good. That's what my mods are for, being on a roll, sharing all the links. Lee, are Tim and Kerry going live today? They usually are about an hour after I start, which means in 30 minutes or so. At some point. Okay. Oh, Berta is on her computer at work so she can do stuff. Right. I found out that I can't really do anything if I'm on my telephone. I have no idea why. but all the linking doesn't really work. Maybe because whenever I leave YouTube to find a link, YouTube disappears. I can't hear or see anything. So I'm like, oh gosh darn it. I don't know. I might be able to do it on my tablet. I haven't tried because most times if I'm not in here, it's because I'm somewhere else and then I have to use my phone. Yeah. Oh, we were down at my brother's and Rosa's just before we had dinner because Rosa's gotten a bike from my mom. So for some reason, she knows stuff that she isn't supposed to know. But she put a bike in front of the house, and the saddle lacked this thingy that you use to keep up the saddle in the right height. Um, so David had some of these that they needed. So we were down there, and then David's old secret lab chair. I mean, from when we moved out here 3 years ago. Um, no, 2 years ago, we bought new ones. My brother got his because we can't sell it. It's scratched and stuff like that. Mm, so yeah, my brother got that one because he's a heavier guy, and most computer chairs, gamer chairs, can't sustain his weight. So yeah, um, unless the area get hit with one of the tornadoes, right, Lee? I hope they don't. I remember last year when Debbie's house got hit by a tornado while she was live with Judy, her twin. That was scary to see how she just left all at once. I'm like, yeah, that's scary. They were live when that happened. Yeah, I'm happy that we don't have. I mean, we've had mini tornadoes, Sometimes we get a supercell over Denmark, but it's really, really rare. It has to be, everything just has to be spot on. And the few times it has happened, it has only, been small and very short lived. So they might, do something on a field, or most of them is above out on the waters. Yeah, right. Exactly, Berta. Subscribe to Leopard Leatherworks so that they can reach 500 subscribers on YouTube, and then Tim will do a 24-hour turning. Yep. Oh, and they're 46 away from hitting thousands on their Facebook. So whichever comes first, Berta, if they hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, on Facebook, they'll do a 24-hour live, and the same, or will they do two 24 hours? Uh, right, Francesca. Just a heads up, you can only join the Facebook group if you have spent $50 on paintings or drills. Um, what's with the hope you're not afraid of dogs? Oh, right, Katja is coming. Yes. Hey, Leanne, how are you doing? You had to go to the grocery store? Well, food is important. I was just wondering why you asked Francesca if she's scared of dogs. I'm not a big fan of big dogs. unless I've known them from puppies. Other than and Big Danes, I'm terrified of Big Danes. I had some not so good things happen when I was a little girl with a Big Dane that hated kids. So he needed to have one of those moles on. I know, Francesca. I was just wondering about it being scared of dogs. I'm so jealous. I want to win a gazillion dollars, and then I can be at all the retreats next year. I want to meet all of you. Or if I win a gazillion dollars, I'm gonna bring all of you over here for a week of diamond painting. Uh, Leanne, people who live behind me have a great Dane. Have Great Danes. My dachshund think he can kick his booty. Of course he does. That's the dachshund mindset. They believe that they're big and ferocious and can kick everybody's butts. Oh, they're so funny. Those dachshunds. Hopefully yours isn't a little vicious one. Um, Over here, it's pretty known that dachshunds can tend to bite and they can be quite vicious. Yeah, Francesca, Diamonds and Doxies is Leanne. Leanne Palumbo. She just changed her name to confuse all of us. Um, Francesca, my Jack Russell used to be that way, and most of the times was right. Really? Even if it was big dogs? Isn't it funny? Sometimes the little ones can scare the big dogs. It's the same if you see these big, oh, I don't know, German shepherds or whatever big dog, and this little kitten comes, and this little kitten can totally be the boss of this big dog. It's so funny. Leanne, my red male will bite some people. He was a rescue, so I'm not sure of his background. Yeah, well, if he was molested in some way, mistreated, they might be a nervous one the rest of their lives. Francesca, ooh, I did not know that you were Mrs. Palumbo. Dawn says, hey, Leanne. Yeah. Oh, I need to do another response to your comments video. That's where I figured it out because I saw the diamonds and doxies and I was like, I can't remember seeing your name before. And then she responded, it's me, Leanne Palumbo. I was like, oh, I was so confused. I'm like, I can't remember your name. And then she just changed it to confuse all of us. Yeah. How come you changed it, Leanne? I don't think I asked that. I mean, it can't just be to confuse us. Gotta keep you on your toes. Right. Right. It's kind of like when Berta changes up. I was like, the first time I was like, who is that really, really long one? I can't remember what live I was in. It was a live somewhere, and I saw this really long blah blah, and people like, Berta. And I was like, wait, what? Where's Berta? Oh, you're just doing it to confuse me, maybe. I don't know. Leanne, you've gotten a long way on your secret garden. But it's so fun, isn't it? All the little details. I love the swing. The swing is amazing and the little steps up to it. I love that. And then all the little animals. The little squirrel at the bottom. And yeah, it is a beautiful painting. Hopefully, you don't have a whole lot of trash. I mean, I know that I'm picky. I know that. Even this little one has trash in the darker colors, the black and the browns. I don't know. And it's a mix of newer drills and the old ones, the 13 faceted ones. I can't wait to try the new drills where they still. Am I correct if I say that they still have 21 facets? No, 20 facets. And they just changed the top of them? Leanne, working on it now. I won't finish before going on my trip. And Francesca is asking where Leanne is going on her trip. Uh, Idaho, right? Hang on, I need to move my microphone so I can go take a look at the pictures Dawn sent me. Hang on. Oh, I can only watch that on my phone. Well done. Isn't it funny how some pictures you can on Instagram you can Utah. Oh well, it was 4 letters. I got the number of letters correct. Oh yeah, I saw this one done. Didn't it turn out beautiful with all the flowers? So beautiful. And then oh, it's upside. This one is beautiful, Dawn. Oh, there you go. Beautiful, Dawn. Right? Look at that. Let's see, can we get it without the glare? Almost no glare. Which one is that, Dawn? It's beautiful. Mm. Francesca is asking if it's family touring or. Hang on, stop with all the messages. Or both. Leanne is saying gorgeous, and she says that it's me and my BFF. For the longest time, I had no idea what BFF meant. I was like, boyfriend, what? What's the last F for? I was like, no, best friends forever. Okay. Right? So it's kind of funny. I love looking at pictures with flowers, but I'm not sure I want to do them. Oh, diamond painting. The canvas is going somewhere. There you go. I just the zodiac canvas that I kitted up the other day. I've thrown it over here because I'm doing the little one first. Because I'm like, I'm gonna need it in a second, so I'm not gonna pack it away. So the other one is Kim's Garden from Dreamer Designs. Hey, so do we have Carrie or Tim in here? Leatherworks, you guys. The links that Berta put in a little higher. Welcome. I'm glad to see you in here. Welcome to my little world in here, to my craft room and the mess that it is. Well, you should have seen a month ago. That was a mess. Do you guys remember that? When I had diamond paintings all over here. Hey there, Costellos. I love that name, Costello. D&D. Ah, Francesca, yes, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really, really does help. Tim, and he's working at the shop preparing for the live. Yay, I will be there when my live is done. You'd probably begin yours before I'm done here, but I will be over looking at all the pretties. Someday I'm going to have to buy one of your pens. Well, not someday. I will be buying one of your pens. We were just talking about pens before because Lee was asking about Katie's video. Have you seen that one? Any of you? Katie's pen stash video? That is a lot of pens. I mean, I'm happy for her, but that would be terrifying for me to have that big of a collection. Yeah, I do think I need to sell some of mine just to get rid of those that is too big. Then I can get a new one from Lebert Leatherweights. Costello, good Irish name, right? I'm kind of like the first time that I read your surname, I was like, oh, Abbott and Costello. Wait, no. Yeah, there we have it again. Poor humor. Oh well, maybe dark. I don't know. Horrible humor. I can never remember who's who. Abbott and Costello, but I know them. It's getting dark in here. Hang on. Oh, and you can see me again. Yay. 2:30. Okay, well, a little bit. I'm usually here between about 2 hours and 2.5, and we've been here almost an hour. I mean, it isn't your live hours. I mean, how long were you live yesterday after I had to go to bed? I mean, what? You had been live, what, 3.5 hours, 4 hours when I headed in? That's crazy. Have any of you heard from Anthony lately? I know he was sick and he was here last Sunday, but I haven't seen any new videos from him. But yeah. Oh, by the way, Threads of the Universe, I wanted to someday I'm going to learn it. I wanted to hang it on my door, but it's too wide, so I might have to cut off the sides. But I'm kind of scared to do so because the drills are popping just a little, just a little. So I'm kind of like, do I have to seal it maybe? Right. Abbott is the tall one and Costello is the little one. Right. It's so funny when I left 10th, no, yeah, ninth grade. It's a tradition. We have a different system here. But when we graduate ninth grade, we have this tradition in Denmark that you dress up and then you have these little caramels that is wrapped that you go around to the other classes, younger classes in school, and then you open up the doors and you throw in the caramels to the kids. And you had almost 6 hours, Tim. Wow. Um, yes, you dress up in all sort of things, and you throw in the cameras, and then you have some sort of contest with your teachers. We were playing. What were we playing? Some sort of game with a ball, I think. And I wanted to be Charlie Chaplin because, hello, he looks good and whatnot. So I went to Goodwill and I found a suit and I found a cane, but I ended up looking more like Costello than Charlie Chaplin because I'm not very, even back then, I wasn't, overweight as I am now, but I wasn't skinny. I've never been skinny. I have, like my doctor say, I have big bones, like my dad. I mean, I don't have teeny petite bones. I never had. So I ended up looking more like Costello. I wonder if I have a picture somewhere. My mom must have. But I was like, oh, anyway, I had fun and I loved that cane that I could, wiggle it around all day. And it was fun. Just remember that. But yeah, I loved Charlie Chaplin back then. And I was what, 15? Yeah. I was a weird child. Well, I'm still weird. I am still weird. It's a good thing. Wasn't we talking about that year? Yeah. It was fun. And it is, yeah. I don't know what they do today. I think pretty much the same. Back then, you can't today. It is not allowed, which I don't think it was allowed back then either. But if it wasn't, if nobody knew, we got away with it. But some people put their caramels in the freezer. So if you weren't kind of careful when you threw them in the other classes, you could kind of hurt the other ones a little bit. Because if they got a frozen caramel in the head or someone, I didn't do that, by the way. Um, I wouldn't do that. I was hit by a bunch of frozen caramels when I was the younger ones. We went to Germany. Germany is about an hour away from here. So you can get cheaper candy down there. And I got this big bag. It's about 4 pounds of caramels. And I just had them in this big tote. And we walked around. It is mean. I didn't do it, but I know others did. Um, so we just walked around the school and we had, what did we have? Up until eighth grade, we had one normal grade, and then we had one special ed grade up until 7th, and then from 8th to 10th, 9th, whatever you wanted, we had 3 then. So we walked around to all the other classes, opened up the door and then threw in. And then when we walked outside to do the whatever game we had planned, we would throw caramels again. Yeah, it was a fun day. And then, I don't know, after 3, 4 hours at school, we would go into the city and meet up with all the other schools that graduated and then do fun stuff, walk around. People would have a beer. I mean, back then the rules was a little less strict than today. So 15-year-olds could buy a beer or buy wine. I mean, remember the rules is a little less strict over here. There is nothing weird about a 15-year-old drinking beer over here. And we can buy it. I mean, when I was a kid, you it wasn't weird seeing a kid with a note from its parents go into a kiosk or wherever buying beer and cigarettes for the parents. That wasn't something weird. I mean, that's normal. Um, yeah, and the legal, is that still the legal age? I don't know, but most young people, I had my first real where it was my drink. I could drink it. I didn't get a sip from a parent or whatever. When I had my confirmation, I had my own glass of Bailey's. I had tried it before, just littles, and I was offered wine. I never really liked wine. I need to have specific brands, otherwise I don't like it. Um, but yeah, that's kind of normal, and you can buy it today. Think you have to be 18 to buy liquor. I mean, like rum and vodka and stuff like that. You have to be 18. But yeah, I remember having friends that went to the US for college and stuff like that, high school, and they were used to being able to go out and buy a beer. And they came home and said, I couldn't do anything. I wasn't 21. I was like, no, you're 16. That's the rules over there. I was like, I didn't think they were so strict. I'm like, I mean, it's a different country, different rules. You have to abide by it. I mean, and I know we might be more liberal over here. We are not that strict with our younglings. Sadly, though, sometimes I wish we were more strict because Denmark, especially, have had this fortunate record of having the group of young people for a few years by now that drinks the most in Europe, or at least Northern Europe, which is, you know, kind of sad. Yeah. I never drank. Well, I did up until I was 22, 23, maybe. No. When did I stop? Hang on. I'm thinking over here. I'm sorry if it's smoking somewhere. Um Up until I was 20, I was able to become drunk. And then something happened and I could drink way too much and I wouldn't get drunk. I've had contests where I've, drinking big burly guys under the table because I just didn't get drunk. But before that, that was fun. When I was 14, my sister turned 18 that year. So no, I've been 13. I was almost 14. My sister turned 18. And I was invited because I was confirmed. So I was allowed to. She had a family friend who was there too. She's, I don't know what, 2 or 3 months. No, wait. She's a little bit older than me, less than a year. And she and I were sitting together having fun. And everybody was joking about how we got one drink and we were drunk. And eventually we're like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I was like, yeah, me too. Like, but I can't remember the way to the bathroom. We needed to go. We were at a farm, so we needed to go to the other house, one of the big house, the main house, and we were like, how much of the way do you remember? And she was like, I remember, half of the way there, but then I don't remember the rest. But oh, I got it. I got that part. So let's go together. I was like, oh my God. My sister and all her friends found it hilarious that these two kids, 14, 13 years old, were drunk after a drink or a drink and a half. Do you know how many years that is? I'm 44, and my sister just had her birthday about a month ago. So that's 31 years ago. Anniversary sale has begun. Uh-oh, that sounds expensive. But they did have their 6th anniversary today, right? Do I dare look? I haven't gotten an email. It might be there in a second. Let's see. Mm, come on. No, I haven't gotten anything yet. Oh well. I will eventually. How much can you save? I want to know. Is it a 20% or 25, or do we get a certain amount of new diamond paintings? Is it tomorrow? Okay, I thought it was today. I saw somebody say 20% side wide. Not bad. Not bad. Buy, buy, buy. Right? Am I gonna break my no buying off for almost 2 months? Melanie, hey, it's okay. You're not late. Berta has to go check her other office and get some fresh air. Okay, Berta. Don't do it. Don't break it, or don't wait. Melanie. And there's more surprises coming. Of course there is. A Simon Art Club. I mean, hello. I wonder where Nina is. She had a busy week. Don't break your well established and thought through rule. What rule? It's just because I haven't had any that I really, really, really needed. Melanie, how's everybody today? You're good. I'm happy to hear it, Melanie. Leanne, there isn't anything I really want yet, right? I mean, I have some on my wish list that I was like, sure, I could get them, but they're not, I need to. I have one that I'm waiting for restock that when it's back, I have to have. That is the wizard spell. Isn't that the name? The one that we were talking about doing for my event in January, which then turned into just wizards. Um, that one I have to have when it comes back. And probably by then I have finished some of my diamond paintings. But yeah, it isn't a no buy. Lee, hello Melanie. I am here listening as I do some things around the house. Thanks to cordless headset. Yes, I am. We're celebrating 145th 45 birthday this June. Me, David, and David's sister, and I am. My wish this year is money to buy these new headphones. One, they can they're cordless, of course, but they can maintain power for 30 hours, which for me is amazing because during the week when David is working at night, I usually just put on my headphones and I listen to an audiobook if I'm not in this drill this Turner's lives. There is this Turner on YouTube. I don't know if you heard about them, but they go live all the time, and eventually every now and then I head in there and I chit chat for I don't know how many hours, and then I don't listen to an audiobook. But other than that, I listen to audiobooks. Sorry, Tim. I'm teasing you. Melanie. Um, Haley, I wish we could be able to put comments in the chat via voice. That would be great. That would be fun. Something happened yesterday, and was that on StreamYard, Lee, that you got it read out aloud? Something like that. I can't remember. But I just remember you saying something about um, YouTube video, not videos, comments got read out aloud. That would be fun. Yeah. The same if we could, without having, what is it, 3 programs you have running to do the Discord at the same time, that you could do the same in regular lives, that you could basically just talk and then have a conversation. Yeah, that'll be fun. Then I just have to, do the lives and invite people. I want to do that. I still need to arrange that with Anthony one day. Dawn is having spinal surgery at the end of May because I'm constantly in so much pain. Oh, Dawn. In your neck? I had that in 16. I hope they can help you. And take your time afterwards. Do your the thing that they tell you. I mean, you'll need to need some um, what's the word? Uh, when you had a surgery and you need to do some training afterwards. I know, John. I was doing fine. Everything was fine up until the minute they got into my room and said, "We're ready to, they're going to pick you up in a minute. Please go to the bathroom." And I was fine when I went to the bathroom. Then when I walked out the bathroom door, I wasn't fine anymore. But yeah, it's terrifying. Francesca, I can put comments in the chat via voice using my iPad. Ah, that's wow, I didn't know that. Lee, sorry I was across the room. Was a StreamYard thing. All the comments were being read back to me. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. Dawn is nervous. Melanie, I mean, there are adaptive software solutions for individuals with impairments, but some integrations into popular platforms like YouTube would be a bonus. Oh, absolutely, Melanie. Right, Leah, remember that. You had no idea how you turned it on. Physical therapy, right, rehabilitation. I mean, rehabilitation is fine. So French, English, basically the same. Leanne is testing the talk to chat. Dawn is in the lower back that they're doing the surgery. Usually those go very, very well. I know several who had surgery in the lower backs, and they usually go really well. Leanne, it works on the iPad, but yeah, I will pray for you, Dawn. It'll be fine. I'm sure of it. We just need to have a chat with the guy upstairs, and it'll be fine. Put it in his hands, and yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Dawn. I'm sure it'll be fine. We just need, to give you some guardian angels and pray that the doctors and the surgeons and anesthesiologist is being protected as well. And Melanie is wishing her good luck. I mean, end of May, we still have a little time, but yeah. Do you know what they will be doing in there? Will they remove something or will they work on nerves? Leanne, my best friend, had back surgery a couple years ago and he's been pain free ever since. Sure. I mean, I know other people. It sounds like I know a million, but I really do a lot. I do know a lot of people who had back surgery. I don't know that many that have had neck surgery like me, other than other people with triple fail, of course. Um, Melanie, yes, on my phone I can click on the microphone to voice, but to chat, but a phonetic to voice to chat. Okay, one more time. Yes, on my phone I can click on the microphone to voice to chat, but a function to voice to chat as a voice command. Oh, yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, kind of like a direct Discord connection. sort of. That'll be cool. Is that one of my cats or is David watching something? I think he's watching something. I think the last night when I was in Discord, one of the cats was sitting at the door and was crying. Usually it's Pele, a ginger one. He's like, I can't come in to see my mom. It's so funny. He's like, David will call for him and come and pick him up and bring him to wherever he is, and he'll just jump right down on the floor again and then run to my door to cry again. I'm like, you know what? Discord is fun and can get out of control with a big crowd. It can, and I think it's kind of funny, kind of like you said sometimes. Either everybody is talking at the same time or nobody is talking at all. But there is a way to limit talking and raise uh, the hand and call them on. Really? I had no idea. So we're going to sit everybody, pick me, pick me. That'll be a tough one for me because I love to talk. I don't know how, but I've seen it. Well, so there's no fear of that happening, the next week or so. Yeah. That's the fear of giving me access to Discord in a live because I can't shut up. I mean, yeah. I don't think I've ever learned not to say. Well, I can not say something, but for some reason, I always find myself having something to say. I don't know. Maybe it's just, yeah. I'm a chatterbox. I can't help it. I've been all my life, actually. I remember my mom saying that when I first started talking, I never stopped again. And now I'm like, the Rosa is the same. I'm like, every time I pick her up from kindergarten, she's like, yabbity, 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 all the way home. And I'm like, yay, I'm not the only one. and I'm sitting there trying, to sip it and let her talk and then comment, it's like, oh, that sounds like fun. Really? Then what happened? Because that's what people had to do with me when I was a child, right? It's so fun. She really does remind me of myself as a child. You like just the right amount of talking? What is the right amount? So that's the question. Non-stop. Yay! Yeah. I have had people asking if I never shut up. And I'm like, are you saying that I talk too much? Well, what if I just have a lot to say? I mean, maybe some of it isn't important or, um, you know, needed, but I just have to say it. And if I'm saying it, I find it's important. Yeah. For some reason, maybe who was it that said this? Somebody once said that the chatterboxes is like whenever you get into bed at evening, they will start talking to the poor husbands or wives, whoever it is, to tell them all that happened that day, while the partner is like, I'm trying to sleep over here. Which, I mean, David has learned it. He just lets me talk, and he once said that it was kind of soothing to listen to. So he would fall asleep while I was talking, which I'm not offended by that at all. It's kind of like, okay, I get to chit chat about whatever's on my mind, and he drifts away. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. I mean, yeah, it's better than if I have to read him, a story or something. We talked about that um, years ago, that he fell asleep faster when I was chit chatting. And I was like, well, we could find a book and I could read it to you. But then I just chit chat. Leanne, your daughter talks nonstop too. Well, yeah, I can't help it. I think we talked about this before. If you have a vinyl player, the needle that goes down, the pickup, isn't that the name of it? Isn't that the name? The pickup, that's the needle you put down and that makes the sound on the vinyl. We kind of have this, and there is a Danish name for it, but it's kind of like you've been vaccinated with the pickup, which means that you just keep going. It's going round and round and round and round and round. Yeah. Again, weird humor, I know. But then it makes sense that just talk nonstop because that goes, it doesn't have an end to it. I don't know. Maybe it's girl. No, I know boys that talk nonstop too. But in our family, it's the girls. And most of us have been like that. When I grew up, my cousin, she's a year younger than me, right? No, wait. Hang on. No, yeah, she's a year younger than me. Um, a broken record. Yeah, well, um, and when we were kids, we would, at family gatherings, our poor parents and grandparents, we would come in from outside, up her room, whatever, my room, wherever we were. Sorry, and we would come in and basically start telling the same story at different speeds and tone level, whatever. And the parents and grandparents would like, and then go, stop, one at a time. And we would look at each other and then go, yeah. Melanie, your middle son was and still is a talker at 31. Yeah, I mean, people that talk a lot tends to know more words, have a higher vocabulary. That's the word I was looking for. Francesca, we say the record is skipping, and Leanne says it's a broken record. And Leanne, yep, my daughter is 40. Well, I'm 44. I mean, a broken record, right, Leanne, says Francesca. Well, in both French and English. Well, yeah, as you can hear, I'm the same in English, and in Danish and in German. They just don't want to listen to the brain when it's quiet. Right, exactly, Tim. If it's too quiet, then my brain keeps yapping. Oh, man, why do you think I have a hard time falling asleep? Because when it gets too quiet, my brain starts yapping. And then it starts, talking about what I forgot or what I should have done and why I should have done it and why didn't you? And do you remember we're doing this thing in about 5 months? We should start planning that one. And do you know that we have Christmas next year? I mean, let's skip the one this year, but Christmas next year, maybe we should start planning that one. Oh my God, that's my brain when it's getting too quiet. I mean, why would I want to plan a year and a half ahead when I'm not even sure what we're doing in a year and a half for Christmas? And what if the big one was, we're turning 50 in 5 years. What are we going to do? I'm like, brain, you are aware that is in 5 years, right? How would I know what I want to do in 5 years? I mean, shut up, brain. Just shut up. Which is better that I'm talking than my brain talking because that drives me crazy. Yeah. I don't know. My brain is weird. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because for years and years my brain was my company. I know. It's bad conscience is I did a video about this in the beginning of my YouTube channel. The bad conscience about, when you have a chronic disease like I do, and then there is stuff you just can't do, even though you wanna. Uh, Leanne, oh my God, you just described my daughter. Well, I mean, it's me. Yeah, my part of it is a bad conscience, and part of it is perfectionism. Melanie, I'm the same way. Yeah, I yell at my brain at night all the time. Often, there's nothing you can do about it at 3 a.m. Sleep. Right, right. And what does it help me thinking about this thing that we have in I don't know how many weeks that other people haven't thought about yet? Because I'm like, can I just sleep, please? Just, I mean, I just want to sleep. And again, that is also why when David isn't home, headphones on and listen to an audiobook because then I have quiet. I mean, if I had totally quiet while I'm attempting to diamond paint, I can't because my brain is disturbing to listen to. So I'm either listening to YouTube, to a TV show, music, or an audiobook. Melanie, unless you're Tim and you get a brilliant pen idea, right, in the middle of the night and he has to get up and do it. That's I mean that is okay. That's a good excuse. Can you imagine sleeping, just sound asleep, and then pling? I just got an amazing idea for a pen. Get up, get dressed, go to the shop, start pouring or turning or whatever. Yeah. If I could do stuff like that, that would totally be me. Sorry. I noticed because I have been looking back at some of my videos and my hands look so weird when I'm diamond painting. So I'm being more conscious about how I'm holding my pen when I'm diamond painting because apparently I think that I'm more posh than I am because my pinky wanna stick up. I mean, like, and I'm not posh at all. I'm not fancy in any way. I'm like, so why do my pinky finger wanna poke out in the air? I'm like, it's so weird. Ah, thank you, Melanie. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I like blue. I mean, I like colors really, but thank you. I appreciate that. This one is a what? Sky blue. It looks different. No, see, there you have it. Can you see right there? That is basically the color. I'm gonna put on some more light. There you go. You can see me again. Oh, I can see what you're writing. That's kind of important too. Isn't it weird? I'm still bothered by my voice. And how long has it been since I began feeling that? Do you remember that? Any of you? When did my voice became irritated? December, right? I think it's December. Sounds like allergies? No, no, they have lasted since December, I think. It's just something. It can also just be Klippel fail syndrome. Some people end up having hoarse voices or the frog in the throat kind of feelings. I don't know. It's there and I can't do anything about it. So I'm not, it's mostly because I find it um, not annoying, but um, unpleasant for you guys to listen to me removing that frog all the time or coughing, I don't know. Melanie, during allergies, I get post nasal drip and makes me clear my throat often. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I can't do the nasal drips, especially not the one with salt water in it, because it end up that I can taste it. And I feel like it's going right through and down my throat so I can taste it. And I really don't like salt. I mean, if things is too salty, I can't do it. So these sprays with salt water in it, can't do it. I feel like I have to throw up afterwards. It's ew. I'm not good with salt. So ooh, most of the time when I'm cooking, I'm putting salt in as I like it, and then other people have to, put more salt on it afterwards. Oh, not a nasal flash. Nasal drip occur naturally instead of a runny nose. It goes down your throat. Oh, no, I don't think I've tried that. Have I? Maybe if I'm really, really, really having a cold. Mostly my nose just runs. No, I don't think I've had that. Not that I remember anyway. I might have had. I don't think so. Can't remember. Hmm. No, no, I just have the runny nose, and then I have to, if you're really stuffed and you can't blow your nose, but it's still. I don't know how that works. Your nose is stuffed. You can't breathe through it. You can't blow your nose, so to get rid of it, but your nose is still running. And I'm like, where does it come from? Where does it come from when your nose is stuffed and there's no air going through? Where does it come from? I'm not a doctor, but I would love to know how that worked because I'm like, that's that doesn't make sense. But anyway, if that is happening, I have to, roll up some toilet paper and stuff it in my nose because otherwise my nose would end up skinless from me, trying to remove it all the time. Yeah. And then you can, put in new paper 5 minutes later because it's just running. And I'm like, I'm sorry, do I have a faucet up my nose? Tim is back, done pouring resin. Ooh, what colors did you use? Did you do any Easter in a pan? The congestion comes from your sinuses. Yeah, I know that, but how can your nose be running if it's congested? I don't get that. That's the and even I who love anatomy and have read about it still don't get that part. I know way too much about body functions and how to, why what happens, but that one I don't know. Oh, your turbinates. Turbinates, is that the right way to say it? Turbinates, right? Sinus is draining down behind them and through your nose. Yeah, so when they're draining, but then if your nose is closed, uh, how can it run? Let's see. Also, your mind not shutting off. Technical word rumination. Well, rumination. Um, I think that will be the best way to translate the Danish word for. I think. Um, yeah, I think that's the same word just translated. I love the Danish word, um, but you can't translate it in no way that it'll make sense. Rumination. It is basically just. I read some. Oh God, that is one of those guys that David is following. What is his name again? What's his name? Brett? No. It's one of those guys that has way too many ideas about what to eat and how to help your body. Um, David, he's not listening. Okay, I can't remember his name, but anywho, he have this theory about people. There's two kind of people. There's the one that just lays down, sleeping, bang. No, no, no. It's this guy on YouTube. Uh, not that you no. Tim, now, not being bad, but I fall asleep in 15 seconds, sleep very deeply all night, and never move. Wake up in same spot after 6 hours. Do not need an alarm. You know that is just um see the word disappear again. Not annoying. It's provocative. I mean, but 6 hours isn't enough. You need 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, he says there is this two types of people. One like Tim, lays down, smack, sleeping. I mean, their head barely hits the pillow and they're sleeping. Then there's the other kind, moi and several others, where the brain just goes round and round and round and round when they're going to bed. And it had something to do with the brain. What was the name of it? Gosh, there was a name for it. Something that you could have or be. It was actually kind of interesting. Um, if I can find it, I will put a link in my community tab. But it was kind of interesting, and you could apparently figure out what kind you were, and if you had this thing by doing a blood sample. And I'm like, I don't need a blood sample to tell that I'm an overthinker and whatever perfectionist. I don't need a blood test to tell me that. I mean, what was the name of it? Was it on this phone? I put in a mm, let's see. Um, Boston venue. No. Star Trek. His name is Gary Brecker. Gari. Hold on. We're going to put in his name. He's kind of interesting. Um, See, I knew I had him somewhere. That's the name of the dude. And he talks about this thing called CUMT gene testing. It's like there you go. CUMT. It's really interesting to read about how that defines your personality as well. You read traits, if you're artistic, if you're creative, stuff like that. It's really, really interesting. But yeah, it says here, what is the CUMP gene and impacts on mood, hormone levels, and overall health? Totally interesting. Yeah. And again, I'm not just a talker, I'm also curious. And I need to know stuff. That's like I said, I ask at least one question a day, and it's not just how are you? It's like, how does this work? What if I do this? Then what will happen? And do you know the answer to this? And yeah, at least once a day, I need to know something. I might forget it again and ask tomorrow, but yeah. And I think if I've asked it like 1,000 times, it might get stuck in here and I might remember it. Well, maybe not 1,000, maybe less after it. But yeah, I don't think. Just read Tim's comment again about just falling asleep. I can't remember ever just laying down and falling asleep. I don't think that has ever happened. Has it? No, I don't think so. Huh. But a lot of other people do. I think Rosa's the same, if I remember. No, well, maybe she's laying awake a little. Tim, we could spend some time together and I can teach you how the subconscious works. I would love that, Tim. I would love that. Because subconscious is fascinating and how it's the same with dreams. How does your subconscious come up with, yeah, how for instance, if you're dreaming, I had a weird one the other day. Sometimes you dream something and it doesn't make sense at all. Was like it's um people you haven't seen before, things you have never done before, or something like that, and you go, so what happened here? Where did this come from? Because you know that it's a response to something, that. But what, where, and why? If you dream about old friends, having a get together, or um I tend to have kind of nightmares, dreams with my mom in it, and that she's being the bossy thing that she is. It's stuff that happened in my childhood. I tend to have those kind of dreams, but those I know where they come from. Melanie, me a few times had an IV, and the anesthesiologist told me to count backwards from 10. See, that is different when you're having anesthetics and you put the mask over you. They're like, take a deep breaths and count backwards. I usually get to about 2 and then I'm out. Ah, Tim, dreams are your subconscious working things out and processing things that. Yeah, I know that. You were being a smartass. See, that is the only time that I'm basically. Well, I don't because I usually lay down and talk to the guys. Oh, if you have ever had anesthetics, have they ever given you that banana spray? I can't remember the name of it, but it tastes really, really like banana, like a triple banana something. It isn't, I don't think it's bad. I like banana, but some people, get nauseous for it. But I know, Tim, that it is processing things. But sometimes you're like, I wonder where this comes from. And then again, me just being way too curious. And you're never a smart ass, Melanie. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's the same when you're being put under. They're like, think of good things, and you have pleasant dreams when whatever operating or whatever. And I always think about being in the south and it's warm and it's nice and good food and David is there, and or maybe I'm thinking about going to a concert, something like that. And people are like, you will dream and then you'll remember it back afterwards. And I kind of remember closing my eyes and I'm out. And then I feel like 5 seconds later I'm opening my eyes and everything is as it should be. I'm waking up and I don't feel bad at all, but I never remember if I dreamt anything. It's just close my eyes, open my eyes, and I'm like, oh, yeah. But I'm the person that is ready to step out of the bed and move on. Yeah. And then I have to discuss it with these nurses every time because I have to go to the bathroom right after. Melanie, you never dream? I did in my youth. Once in a while, I have a feeling I may have had a dream, but I am convinced that I do not dream at all. You dream, everybody does. You just not remember them. Tim, dreams that may seem traumatic are coming from subconscious routines running in your brain as a result of toxic shame when you were a child. Oh, Tim, if I were to tell you about my childhood, whew, that might even uh, make other people feel like they've been traumatized. But Melanie, everybody dreams. Most people don't remember. If you don't dream, you would go mental. Like Tim says, it is the way that our brain process things that happens throughout the day. So you might just don't remember them. As a child, I had the same nightmare again and again and again. Hey, Blackbird, sitting in my windowsill. Um, and that one was lack of control. I know that, because I still remember it. But yeah, that was lack of control and fear of um, I don't know, fear of losing control, I think. But it was absolutely lack of control over my own life. But yeah, most of you know this. My childhood was. Um, so here comes the snarky one, the whatever not. My childhood was just peachy. No, it was not. There's a reason I don't really talk to my parents. I mean, like Melanie, you had occurring nightmares too? See, I'm curious. I wonder what yours was. Mine was that uh, my city was invaded by Germans and that there were war, and I was trying to find a place to shelter. And during the dream, I would have various friends join me, and then I would lose them. And I was trying to, find somewhere safe. I would jump in cars. Mind you, I was 7 the first time I had this dream. I would jump in cars and drive somewhere, or uh, hide behind cars and under cars and in buildings, and I would be found every time. So I was basically just running, try to find a safe place to hide. And I had that one sometimes several times a week. And it always ended up with me falling somewhere and then I woke up. See, that is a horrible nightmare as a child, right? But I had it so many times, which is why I think I remember it by now. But yeah. But it is interesting how the body works and the mind works. It's, yeah. How about the rest of you? Have you ever had dreams or nightmares that you had again and again and again? Tim, the very good and hopeful thing is that you can rewire your brain through superneural plasticity. That is a funny word. Don, yeah, but I didn't know it at that time, Don. For me, it was normal. That's the horrible thing, right? That I didn't think it was supposed to be any other way. I never asked if my friends had nightmares like that. I assumed it because for me it was normal. I didn't know it was supposed to be, you know, better dreams or happy dreams or whatever. For me, it was just nightmares. Melanie, I was peeking through a window and witnessed something, got scared and ran away. Then I would get stuck somewhere and there was a fire and I would lose my two front teeth. That would make me up. Huh. Losing teeth is about control. I know that. Tim, one of the 5 categories of subconscious trauma is not feeling safe or not feeling secure. And that can create routines in your brain that consistently run the rest of your life. Yeah, I know, Tim. It was identical every single time. Isn't that weird how you can dream the same and again and again and again? And it's terrifying every time. Until they changed. Yeah. I know, Tim, that I should probably talk to somebody because I know that I have more than enough that might need rewiring in my brain. But at the same time, I'm trying myself. I'm for the longest time, my mom decided everything. She was running. Um, she wasn't running my life per se, but she was deciding how our relationship was. Hey, Charlotte, you've been to a confirmation? Hope it was a good day. Um, so yeah, she was running, the relationship that we had, and that wasn't interesting. I mean, how can you expect your child to say sorry for something they didn't do? I mean, yeah. Francesca has to go now, going food shopping and running errands with hubby. Have a great week. You too, Francesca. Say hello to hubby and buy some goodies. You deserve it. Buy some goodies. Have a great week, Francesca. Melanie, it was done. I was a child. I don't know why they stopped. Glad it did. Yeah, eventually they stop. Lee, I'm going to head out. I have a few things to do. We'll try to catch the replay. Okay, Lee. I will see you in the Leopard Live. But yeah, I am trying not to let my childhood define me as a person, and I'm pretty good at it. Of course, I still have um, manners and ways that I think that if you know, you know. But yeah. Tim, I'm going to send you some links to a podcast that we do on Saturday mornings, US time, about mental health. Sure, thank you. I would love that. Thank you, Tim. And Don is saying bye to Francesca and Lee. It's kind of fun sometimes. We're many people in here. Well, by my standard, we're many people in here. I'm like, if I have 20 people in here, it's kind of like a big one. And then other times, like today, we're just a few handfuls, and I love it. But I am pretty sure we have some workers and lurkers in here. I know Berta is working and lurking, but we will have other people lurking in here, which is fine. I wonder if Shay is in here. Sometimes she's lurking. We all know this. How are you doing, Charlotte? Charlotte? Sorry. Charlotte, do you ever watch Leopard Leatherworks lives? I mean, most of them were sleeping, but usually I get a few hours in at evenings, and then I have to go to bed eventually. But it's so fun to see the pens get turned, and most of the time I'm there to chat to people because it's fun. Plus, you get some great diamond painting time. Anna, hey, how are you doing, sweetie? I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? Oh my God, I can't even remember the last time you and I talked. Well, I could talk to you on Instagram. You're on replay. You're not up that late anymore, Charlotte. Your husband's alarm will ring at 3:45. See, sometimes I haven't even been to bed an hour by then. Yikes. And it's good. Me, I'm doing fine. I mean, we've had a few days with beautiful weather, so I can't complain. I will complain about rain, though, but other than that, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I've taken a break from, Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. I needed that. Yeah, please come summer. I need summer in my life. I mean, just that the evenings are getting longer and no, not sun, but light is here. I mean, I can kind of light outside, and it's what? What time is it? Almost 9? It's okay, Charlotte. I'll just translate it for everybody else. Um, but yeah, for me, it's kind of like second nature to translate. Oh, you had summer too? Yay. We had about 20, no, 17 degrees Celsius. What is that, 50 something? Where's my Canadians that know the metric and the Fahrenheit system? Isn't, do you know that, Melanie? About 17 degrees, what is that? Hang on. When I ask Google, Google, what is? You had 21. Wow, we didn't have that. I don't think so anyway. I didn't look at the temperature. Maybe we had it in the sun. I don't know. But I looked at some point and it was 17. Hang on. What is 17 Celsius to Fahrenheit? Oh, that's more than I thought. 17 Celsius is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. You hope it's here to stay, Anna? You're over winter? Me too. I'm over the entire rain. Tim, you had severe thunderstorm, tornadoes, high winds, and it was a beautiful, beautiful 21. Isn't that weird how that goes? I hope you don't have tornadoes through your town. It must be so scary. Yeah, that was a turn in weather. I mean, we can sometimes go from. I read that it also in the in one of the online things that I read, that after this beautiful day we could get thunderstorms, and I'm like, no, 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 no. We've had enough rain. I mean, 6 months of rain is more than enough. But yeah, tornadoes, no. I would be so scared. I mean, is there anywhere in the US that doesn't have dangerous weather? Tim, yes, Melanie, and crazy all at the same time. We were safe. The tornadoes were about 15 miles east of us. That's still not a whole lot. But yeah. Anna, right now, hang on, I'm gonna show you. Right now I'm working on a teeny tiny little one. This one. It is a teeny tiny one. And then after that I'm doing Zodiac. Yeah, that's too close in my books as well. I mean, if we would talk about 50, that is, but yeah, I would be terrified. But I do wonder if there's anywhere in the US where it isn't dangerous weather. Right, Anna? And thank you. I got this one from Berta a while back. Uh, yeah, you were glued to the news to watch where they were going. I get that, Tim. I don't know if you know Debbie and Judy, the twins. Debbie had her house, well, her part of the city were hit by a tornado last year around Christmas, a month before Christmas, I think. And the houses around them were destroyed, and they had some damage to their house. But yeah, that was scary. And she was live when it happened. She was live with her sister and Robbie. And then all of a sudden she was like, I have to go. And she just disappeared. It was so scary. Yeah, I know the math, and I can't remember it in my head. Google is my friend. But yeah, I mean, we have rain as the dangerous weather over here. Sometimes we get flooded streets and basements and stuff like that. We don't have a basement, so it can't be flooded. And then we have storms every now and then. But not like tornadoes and not like hurricanes. I mean, we do get really, really bad I don't know if it would be a very small hurricane when we have them. Um, Maybe. Do you know that, Anna? If we have what we called an orcane, if that would be kind of the same like a hurricane, just on a small scale, maybe. I mean, it's raining and the wind is crazy, and whenever we've had one of those with really high winds, I can't sleep because the entire house is moving, and you can hear you can hear the roof. Nothing is falling off the roof. You can just hear, how the wind gets under the tiles. You don't know. See, I'm kind of thinking that it's a very little hurricane. How can you have a little hurricane? I don't know. I don't know how to translate it, but it is high winds. We had one November, I think, October, and so many places in Denmark got flooded. Um, David's uncle and his girlfriend, they live in a town called Sønderborg that is down close to the border to Germany, and so much of the town that is by the waterfront was flooded because the water raised, I don't know, almost 2 meters. Yeah, the weather has gone weird the past few years, Anna. Uh-huh. And it's so weird. Everybody's talking about CO2 and the how the human is ruining it. But if you have any interest in the Earth and how it has developed, if you look at, because the humans have only registered temperature for the past, what, 150 years, 200, something like that. But if you go back and you look at the soil samples and whatnot they have taken, the temperature surrounding Earth basically goes down and then it goes up, kind of like it does right now. It's the same if you look at ice winters. They, they have, this amount of time between ice winters, and before that, the temperature has always risen. Um, and the time between the ice ages is around, I don't know, 35, 40,000 years. So in reality, we are behind on an ice time, an ice winter. So maybe that is, I don't know, but at least the temperature rise that we're seeing right now, that everybody is like, we're ruining our Earth, is basically normal. It has happened a gazillion times before. We haven't experienced it because it's kind of a long time ago. But yeah, and that is if you know look at it and not just listen to the experts. I mean, yes, we do have to take care of our planet. Yes, the humans have been horrible to our planet. We've killed and made so many animals and insects and whatnot extinct. We haven't treated our planet very well, and but we are not at fault for the temperature rise. That is the planet. That is the distance to the sun. I mean, the Earth uh, around the sun is an elliptical. So sometimes we're far away from the sun, and then other times we get closer to the sun. So that has something to say as well. How close are we to the sun? See, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, and I'm proud of it. But yeah, I don't know. I might be the only one thinking like this, and I don't. I'm not afraid. I refuse to be afraid, and I refuse to be one of those that goes, we have to ruin ourselves to take care of the planet because we are ruining it. Oh, Anna, thank you. I'm not buying all this. We are ruining the world, we are at fault for everything due to the weather changes because no, 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 no. I mean, even our poles have changed during the time, not in our time, of course, and not in the last 10,000 years or so, maybe even longer. Tim, weather has been weird since the earth was made. Stop it. We need to clean up our local area. The world would take care of itself. Oh yeah, I mean, if something happens and human goes instinct, it just shakes and everything is back to normal. I mean, we can't kill Earth. We can't. It might need a little time to recuperate, but we can't kill Earth. It's impossible. I mean, so many things that's happened the past, I don't know how many billion years, million years that the Earth has been here. I know, but I can't remember. Um, yeah, right. It's arrogant to think that we can affect it. I mean, it's nature. It's space. It's yeah, and it is arrogant because we're teeny tiny. We're ants on an ant. And I gotta go. Want to do some reading before bedtime. So nice to hang out for a while. Thank you for being here, and it was so good talking to you again. Recycle. I recycle. Oh, we need to put recycles out tonight. We have this. I mean, if you live over here, we have rules about recycling. You can't just put anything in the garbage can. We have to recycle waste and food differently. We have two garbage cans for that. Then we need to recycle plastic, hard and soft, cardboard, um, metallics, glass. We have so many things that we need to recycle. It's all relative. Yeah. It was just a tornado if it doesn't hit you. It's a tremendously violent tomato. Tornado if it hits you. Right. And tornadoes are always dangerous. It isn't just a tornado. It always hits somebody, you know? Somebody is affected. The same with a hurricane, the same with rainstorms. I mean, every nature catastrophe is hurting somebody. So it's never just and here comes the but, and it isn't an excuse but, it is a we are minor in all of this, right? At least I think, yeah. It's we're not to blame. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but we're not the main culprit. A recession is when your neighbor is out of work. It's a depression when you are out of work. Yeah, well, depending on who you are as a person, I think. I think it's all about perspective, really. Yeah, I know a lot of people are hmm, mostly worried about number one. I know that, but it depends on what kind of person you are. At least I think so. I mean, I know that some people are really just they can't see any further than their own nose. I know that. And I feel sad for those people. I really do. I feel sad that that's their perspective of the world. I mean, how are they ever going to learn? You're not talkative, Dawn. Well, as long as we're not boring you out of your mind, it's okay. And it is okay to just wait and look. But yeah, apparently I'm in the nerdy mood today. Apparently, and I have somebody to nerd out with. Tim is here. We can nerd out together. I'm a nerd. So sorry. Oh, absolutely, Tim. Critical thinking is paramount. Not just taking everything in that you're told. You're laying on the sofa, Dawn. Good idea. That's a good idea. Apologize for nothing. I rarely do. But in here, I do have to think a little about what I'm saying if people want to listen to it. I know it's my channel. Except farting in public, I mean, if it isn't in your hands, you can't hold it. I mean, it happens. It happens. I actually feel more bad if I'm burping, you know? That I feel bad about. I don't like burping in public. Tell the youth I will work with, question everything. Then that's how you will learn. Yeah. Yeah. Question everything. Don't just believe. I don't. I don't ever have, I think. I was the annoying child that asked why. Why is that? And I didn't just take a because as an answer. I wanted to know why I was told to do as I was. Why was thing as they were? Why was status, you know, why was things as they always were? And my mom hated it before. Melanie, so important with social media. Question everything. Oh, yes, absolutely. Social media it's two-faced. On the one side, it's great for, talking with people all over the world. I mean, what would we none of us would know each other without social media, right? But again, like you said, we have to question everything because you can't trust what people write or say or do because you just can't. Some people will lie through their teeth to get a like or attention or I don't know. We have so many groups in Denmark, where people as Facebook groups, right? Where people can go in and search for help if they don't have food for the kids or they need a winter coat, something like that. The issue is that people lie and then they take advantage of people, and then they say that I have a 2-year old that needs new, let's say, a new winter coat. And people are like, I have this coat, you can have it. You just need to pay shipping. We're like, oh, no, 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 I'm not interested. What they want is people's money. So if you offer to wire them some money for a coat, they will say, yes, thank you. But if you offer to send them one, they don't answer. They say, no, thank you. Tim, everything on the internet is true. Winston Churchill. Yeah, right. Melanie, with AI and deep fakers, now it's crazy. Yeah. See, AI isn't per se an issue. It's the fake news. I don't know. Yeah. BP. What is BP? I don't know that one. I'm not technical enough. You know how long it took me to learn how to do the little um, thumbnails? My God. Wait, what was I looking up yesterday? Oh, right, that was the cast from Enterprise. Right. I was over here wondering what I had looked up yesterday. Oh, well, blowing off the keyboard with air makes sentences interesting. It's kind of like when my cats write messages. That has happened on more than one occasion. If I've been in the TV room and putting my phone down, and I have a cat coming over, and it just walks all over the phone and then it sends off a message. Tim has to go prepping for live. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. I am almost done here, so see you soon. And we can put in the link so all of us can go check out the live when I'm done here. Hang on. Let's see. We need the link. And copy. And there you go. There. So if you want to join in on Leopard Leatherworks live in a little bit, it was when? In well, 7 minutes. You can come join. Maybe we should say, yeah, it's perfect. Bye, Melanie. See you in a bit. And yeah, see you in the live. Maybe I should just end it here. People are trickling out, and you're going to get something to eat. Good idea, Melanie. See you in there. Um, but yeah, I hope you will consider joining it. And also, if you don't know, they have a Discord so that you can chit chat along with Tim and Lee, which is a lot of fun. Usually, that one is pinned at the top of the YouTube so that you can be part of it. And it's fun. So if you haven't been in there, please consider doing so and we can talk more because I will be there in 6 minutes. But yeah, I think that's it for today. We've been here almost 2.5 hours and I love talking to you guys and you got to listen to me ramble yet again. So yeah, I appreciate you being here. I hope to see you in the live and take care. Have a great week. And until my next video. It's okay, Tammy. Let's talk in the other live in a second. Don't forget, if you haven't given a thumbs up, please do so before you leave. And sure, Charlotte, I hope you will. Bye, everybody. Love you. Take care. Bye.